week on Afternoon Express. My name is Balisa Tembe, and on this Monday, we're focusing on mother and son duos who have truly moved the hearts of our nation. And of course, we're back with our medical and our health correspondent, Nicole Austin. Welcome.
Hey, Pali. I am excited to be here today. Not only do we get to interview a medical expert, but we are also celebrating homegrown South African survival stories and giving away some money.
Well, that's not the end of it, because we also will be announcing our Super M winners today, Balisa, so please stay tuned for that.
A lot of giveaways, of course, but of course, sticking to today's theme. Today in studio, we have the very talented mom and son duo, Madiga and Ashur. They're about to give us a stellar performance, so take it away.
As the yellow moon fills the sky,
as the first stars begin to shine,
as I look into your dark eyes,
your mysterious, exciting dark eyes,
there's a song on the radio,
and the rhythm is soft and slow.
I can feel my heart beat in time,
tasting your sweet lips pressing against mine.
These are such precious moments, together for the first time. These precious moments I've been searching for and trying to find a moment that is special, when love is sweet and gentle. These precious moments in my life, never will forget tonight.
Welcome to the show. I mean, what a way to shake away all of those Monday blues.
Thank you.
Come on, Ashur. Now, mommy, I mean, congratulations.
Thank you.
If your beautiful children have anything to say about you as a mother, it's just so incredible. I mean, you've got 4 children.
Yes.
3 girls, 1 son, all of which are in the entertainment industry. Yeah. I mean, how do you cope? Tell us about your children.
All different characteristics and very strong.
Yeah.
So it is a bit of a challenge for me, but I always remind them who's mum.
And how is that in terms of the dynamics in the household? You grew up with 3, well, a household, I suppose, initially, filled with females, creative females. So day to day, daily, within the Peterson household, what can we experience?
It's not what people would expect, like, if I'm to brag a little bit. Like, we all can sing, and my sisters are actresses and singers, but in terms of talent, I took all of it. But being, like, it's overpowering.
Yeah.
to be with a house filled with women, but I also learned a lot.
Yeah.
Through a lot of who I am today is because of lessons I learned from my mother and my sisters.
Oh, I love that. I mean, mommy dearest, you're a creative yourself. You hit the stage at the young age of 12. That is crazy to me. And of course, your late father and your ex-husband, Talib, I mean, he also was just a legend within the game. Yes. Was this something that you've always wanted, to kind of give that creative spirit and the talent to your young ones?
It actually surprised me, though. It wasn't something that I thought, okay, I'm going to have 4 children, but I want this one to be an actress or that one to be an actor, or it just happened.
Yeah.
It's how God dished it out. That's for you, and that's for you, and that's for you. I think it's because both parents are in the arts, and kind of, so they grew up with that, and it's you have to actually grab onto it if you're part of it.
It's all about owning it, I suppose.
Absolutely.
And I love that about you. You owned it at the age of 12, and Ashur, you owned it at the age of 6. Now, I don't even remember what I was doing as a 6-year-old. So talk to me about your musical journey and how you came up in music.
Okay, cool. Just a quick timeline. 6 years old was the first time I stepped on stage. I remember singing Whitney Houston's, what's the song about the children again?
Greatest Love of All.
Greatest Love of All.
I love that song.
Yes, that was my first song. I ever sang. And then 9 years old, I learned to play guitar. And then somehow it's just like, I swear, just like a superpower, like everything just kicked in. I learned to play piano, guitar, drums, bass guitar, trumpet, saxophone, trombone, every single instrument. And then
There was more after Dad passed.
Yeah.
So you kind of pushed yourself to actually
basically,
get there.
And then I started producing and music and just an amalgamation of music. It lives or resides within me.
Well,
because of my mom and my dad. Yeah.
I see it, I feel it, especially when the both of you perform. I mean, that 1 minute was just a sneak peek as to what you've got up your sleeve for us. At the end of the show, you're going to be giving us another incredible performance. What can we expect?
So my mom and I released a cover video about 2019.
Yes.
Yes, and that went viral. It reached over like 100 million views, like just with a lot of pages sharing it. It reached over 100 million views, and that's the song we're going to perform at the end of the show.
Well, if
It wasn't expected though.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing about going viral. It's not that someone sits there and plans and says, okay, I'm going to go trend.
I told my mom though, before we did it, I told her, Mommy, this video is gonna go viral. I just sent it out to the universe.
I don't think
and
so.
And it
Let's
happened
just do
as
it.
that.
Okay, so I think it's going to be up to Afternoon Express to decide and deliberate as to whether this performance is certainly worth all of those views. So we're definitely going to be looking forward to it. Now on social media, we're celebrating all things sons and their amazing mamas today. So what's the one thing that you always love doing with your mom? Use that hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. But coming up, we sit down with the team at Afternoon Express and Afroderm to discuss melanin and shaded skin.
Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. In celebration of yesterday's International Mother Language Day, a day used to promote awareness of linguistic and cultural diversity worldwide, we're celebrating our mother language today as we discuss melanin, shaded skin, and how Afriderm's premium care range is perfect choice for your skin care. Now, I have my fellow Afternoon Express teammates joining me who are embracing their mother tongue in today's discussion. Ladies, welcome Zoe from social media.
Hi there.
Momo from the control room. Lovely to have you. And of course, we all know our darling resident chef, Chef Dumi. Manje ke bazalwane asixoxeni. Now, you know, the skin and the shade of our skin is determined by melanin, which is a pigment that also determines the color of our eyes and our hair. Dark-skinned people, you know, we got a little bit more melanin in our skin than lighter-skinned people, which of course this means that we're prone to pigmentation and other problems. Kodwa sengifuna ukwazi kunina. Ikhona mhlambe inkinga esenihlangene nayo menicabanga umzimba wenu?
Well, for Napalesa, if I think about it, litlalo la ka lihlatsetse ke mabala a entsweng ke temperature. Ha ke ne ke falla o tla dula Cape Town. I mean, my skin was dry and patchy, but then you introduced me to Afriderm, girl. Ibile nte inthusa haholo ka gore Afriderm e thusa litlalo la ka ho ba mongobo letsatsi kaofela. You know, and since then ha ne ke sebedisa mabala ne ke na le ona ale a tlusitswe ke yona Afriderm and e thusa litlalo la ka le be mongobo letsatsi kaofela.
Sesikuzwile ke Dumi. Zoe, wena uthini?
So when I had just reached puberty, that's when my eczema really started to flare up. And it's very common in families. I got it from my mother's side. And after that, it was just like this ripple effect, because then my skin became hyperpigmentated, which was the worst because I got these little spots on my face, on my arm, literally Alice. So that wasn't too great. But then I was introduced to the Afriderm product range here at work with you. I mean, for those that don't know, I am Pali's personal photographer. And whenever we take photos with the Afriderm products, you would pour some on your hand, and then she pours just a little too much product, and she'll just be like, okay, just on your leg, quickly.
Zoe, tata.
And after that, my skin didn't react negatively like it does with a lot of other fragranted, especially products. So I was like, okay, we're gonna go invest in my glow, and I'm gonna go and try out this product range. And oh my word, the serum concentrate for one, and then the daily moisturizer as well, because it has a natural SPF that really helps with the pigmentation. And you know, if you look at my skin, it's not the most melanated, as all of you are so blessed, and like my family is really blessed. Like if you look at my cousins, we are all 50 shades of the spectrum. And I think although that's not a massive thing for me to have super melanated products, for them it's a major thing, and being able to introduce them to it, and my mom and everyone, it means a lot.
I love that. You know, you ladies have spoken about products that I'm obsessed with. But I mean, angibona ukuthi abanye abantu bayaqonda ohlambe bayazi ukuthi mesikhuluma ngemelanin sikhuluma ngani. Kodwa kahle kahle into ebalekile kakhulu. I mean, dark skin tones get their rich deep beauty from special cells. Manje lawo ma cell akhipha into ethiwa melanosomes, which of course synthesize an essential natural pigment. That's called melanin. Manje many tata le melanin, it plays a very vital role in protecting our skin from UV light. Sonke sinawo lawo ma melanosomes. Kodwa ke if you look at dark skin, we just have it more. But then that of course does bring up issues like you've mentioned, Zoe, and you too, Dumi. Wena ke mo mesithi kwena usuhlangene nenkinga ezinjani?
Sisi wami mina ndidibane ne-Afriderm during i-lockdown. Xa ndibona uba iskin sam siyasokola, like ukunxiba imask everywhere apho ndiya khona funeka ndinxibe imask. So ke ngoku ndazibona uba le mask ayindisebenzeli because ndiba namaqhakuva and then ndibe ne-rash, and obviously I had to do something about that. I was in one of the malls close by, so ndahamba ndaya ndafumana i-Afriderm. Omnye wosisi wandixelela uba i-Afriderm i-good for iskin sakho because ingakunceda in terms of amaqhakuva ne-toning iskin sakho. So ke ngoku ndathenga le Afriderm products, but ndaqala ngepackage encinci. So ipackage encinci, it was the micellar water, and it was the face scrub, which is also the body scrub. And then ke ngoku ndasebenzisa zona ndazibona uba aziyandisebenzela. So I
Ukhona
continued,
umehluko.
yes. I continued uba ndizisebenzise because benibona uba at least amaqhakuva wam ayaphela. And also iskin sums batoned ebusweni ansekho like ansenangxaki yemaqhakuva xa ndinxibe. I don't feel insecure or scared of scarring in terms of wearing e-mask. So ke ngoku ndinxiba i-mask confidently ndiyazi bana i-Afridom yam iyandibacka up sis.
Ladies, thank you so much for helping me not only celebrate my mother tongue, embrace our different languages in South Africa, but more than ever, celebrating some girl chat and skincare. Appreciate it. Now, the rich, deep beauty of our dark skin is special. It produces more melanin to protect you, but more melanin means your skin's pigmentation can give you uneven skin tone or other problems that we've addressed today. Afriderm's intensive research has produced a unique range precisely formulated for dark skin. Harsh, irritating, and often damaging ingredients have been avoided, and instead, they've chosen special ingredients to prevent the inflammation that results in extra melanin and uneven skin tone. Lilac extracts help prevent acne, inflammation, and uneven pigmentation. And sodium lactate and potassium lactate are powerful moisturizers that defend against dry skin and irritated ashy skin. Discover Afriderm for dark skin. It looks great, it feels great, no matter what life or the environment throws at you.
You're beautiful. Love the shade of your skin. An all-in-one solution for beautiful skin.
It's something that me and my mom bond over all the time. So speaking of which, on social media, we've wanted to find out from you, what do you and your mom love to spend time on? We've got Tutatejo who says baking and watching action movies. I love that. Let's keep the comments going with that hashtag Afternoon Express. But coming up, Dumi, speaking about mom and son duos, I touch base with the son who surprised his mom with a brand new car. Plus, we announce the winners of the Super M Challenge.
Express yourself.
Today we meet Busisani Sibiya, whose emotional Facebook post went viral after buying his mom a brand new car. He says that he is who he is today because of her. Nomathemba Mhlambi, a single mother and domestic worker for many years, worked extremely hard to support her kids and give them the life and opportunities that she was not afforded. She too joins us via Zoom today, and this story won the hearts of many as this narrative is shared by just so many South Africans. Mawam no putwam, welcome to Afternoon Express. Now, ngifuna nje uqala, before I start with the post that I feel is so important to share, of course, just a brief part of a caption yako. Butwam Busisani, you wrote about your mother. You worked as a cleaner, earning 1,200 Rand a month, but still managed to put food on our table. You would pick up food in dustbins from OR Tambo and bring them home for us to eat. You would go sell sweets at schools and put food on the table. Sometimes you would come home with only sold 5 Rand worth of sweets, and I'd be so excited knowing that I'd be able to buy bread that day. It is for this reason I always buy from people selling stuff on the street and at the traffic lights, even when I don't need those things that they sell, because I know what it means to them. Now, Butwam, you just set the scene so perfectly for us here to understand the life that you and your siblings grew up with. But from those few lines, we can already see and gauge. So if you were to paint that picture, Busisani, of the tough upbringing that you and your siblings had.
So I think, like you would have read, we post Uti. My mother raised us as a single parent, and things were tough. Most of her life she wasn't working, and really trying to help us put food on the table, and she would do like very informal kind of jobs. So I remember, for example, at some point in my Lokshini, back in the early 2000s or late 90s, Maba went to summer parks. They needed to plant uchani and stuff so that abantu bazodlala ibhola and stuff. And then what happened was my mother got that job as well, and she would literally go there exciting or 8, come back or 6, and akhole 5 Rand in ilanga, and they would pay them weekly. So every Friday she would come home with 25 Rand. I would definitely ask, okay, senza njani ngale mali le, and we'd all decide ukuthi senza njani ngayo. And I think early 2000 she got a job at port as a cleaner, and she was only earning 1,000 Rands. And as a cleaner, she would then abeg abantu, and then mabalahlile, like I think there's a bakery in Uglashugutla on a daily basis. She would then go there, pick up ukudla dustbin and then sugudle. I think one of the things I remember now, and it's actually emotional for me, is one of the things I love, dry wars. And I remember, I think twice or thrice, she picked up a dry wars at dustbin, and we didn't know what it was. So I tata sa biggest stuff inside food to maize and or peggy papa, sadly papa on the dry wars. So I think, that is how she raised us. And that is, those are some of the challenges that she went through with us, trying to get us to where we are now.
Wow, such a touching story. Mama, I'm going to come to you just now. But I can only imagine, Busisani, as you're just going on, thinking about where you come from. As a young boy, what dreams and hopes did you have for Umawako? And of course, did you want to take care of her like you have been able to do?
Yes, I think growing up, I really saw how much she sacrificed for us. Some of the jobs she did, were very dangerous. I think at some point, and my mother is very terrified of snakes, very, very terrified of snakes. She can't even stand seeing a snake on TV. But she took a job where, clean my cage, in Durban and stuff. And on 2 occasions, she came face to face with a snake. And when I thought about all those things and, the sacrifices she made, I think growing up, I always firstly wanted to be successful. I always wanted to make it in life, number one. Secondly, I always wanted to then say, when I do make it one day, I want to go back to her and then say to her, thank you for all the sacrifices we've made. And so that's always been my thing, which I always want to come back and say to her, thank you for all that you've done, trying to get us to where we are.
That's so beautiful to hear. Mama, welcome to the show, Mam Nomathemba. You told people that your son was a CEO and the CEO of your heart. Now, how proud of you of Inganyako and, of course, all that he's accomplished, all those aspirations that you wished for him?
Palisa, empilweni yami mina ngangithe ngifuna ukuthi abe udoctor. Kodwa bakhuluma bathi ngelinye ilanga lalela ku TV bathi abantwana singabo bakhethela ukuthi thina abazali kumele umntwana ayenzeni.
Yeah.
Umntwana azichoosele ne. Okay, kulapho ke ngavele ngayekela yonke into ngakhohlwa ngathi ngazitshela ukuthi no ithi ngimiyeke yena ayenze le afuna ukuyenza. Uyayibona njengoba namhlanje seka lecture nje na ke.
Wow.
Kusho ukuthi
Yeah, kuyangithokozisa ngempela ukulalela nje ukhuluma ma, because I believe that what you have set yourself up with is a strong, committed, focused son with a very strong support system and foundation. But now this has led us to the reason we're here today. I mean, why did you then decide to surprise Umawako with a brand new car? Can you just take us through that day? And then Mama, when you were of course presented Nale Moto, how did you feel?
Hey, Balisa, hey, uyazi ngiyabonga uNkulunkulu kakhulu into yokuqala. Ngoba namhlanje lo mntana wenze lokho angenzele kona kungenxa yomusa nje kaNkulunkulu. Ngoba abantwana bethu bayakhohlwa uma sebe right bayakhohlwa emuva ukuthi sibuya phi nabo Balisa.
Yeah.
So ngengabonga kakhulu uNkulunkulu ithe noma asho athi mama ngibonga konke lokhu owawusenzela kona sisakhula ungumama usingle. Balisa ngezwe nje ukuthi ngifikelwa yinyembezi ngoba ngazi ukuthi la ngibuya khona emuva ngibuya phi Balisa. Bokunzima kangakanani empilweni yami ngalabantwana into ngangifise nje ukuthi bafunde baqede isikolo babe yiloko abafuna ukuba yikho uyayibona nangempela abantwana bakhula bangilalela bafunda baba yiloko abayikho namhlanje.
Absolutely. Hake nathi sithe ngeke sikwazi ukuhlala phansi sinibukele celebrating love and being just that incredible family structure that you are. So this Monday, Tina Nati, we've got a surprise of our own. Mama, I do know that you are a huge fan of a certain television show, and on that television show kukhona umama naye opresenta njengami. Igama yalo mama, the host of the television show, uNomsa Butelezi Shezi. And of course, we've got a special message from Unomsa. Take a look at this, Mom.
Hi, hello, sanibonani, dumelani, absheni, igama lami nguNomsa Butelezi Shezi. Abantanda bathi uGomoradiva namhlanje ngibonile ukuthi hayibo, let me be part of this celebration, celebrating a phenomenal woman, umama Nomathemba Mhlambi. Sifundile ngestory sakho mama, and we are very inspired when we saw your son buy you a car. Yazi ukuthi mawumama ukhulisa abantwana bakho kunzimeni, kodwa bathi ukuzala ukuzelula. Mama uyazelula manje, imivuzo iyavela. Ngithi uNkulunkulu angidlodlobalisa kupha amandla futhi ngoba konke okusebenzele kuyabonakala. Ufana nabo mama bethu abasikhulisile ebunzimeni, kodwa wena wahlala ethembeni, wahlala wathi uNkulunkulu uzokupha amandla. Ngempela siyabona ngamehlo wethu ngosi ukuthi hayibo ntombazana sohamba ngalento bathi yebo sohlangana emarobotini. Siyakuthanda sihamba. You celebrating you.
How are you feeling seeing someone that you love, someone that you idolize and follow very closely, saying such beautiful words about you and your son?
Hey, ngiyabonga and ngibonga isurprise engitholile namhlanje ngoNomsa. Ngihlale ngimbone ku Our Perfect Wedding, ngijabule makakhuluma ngihleke ngi1 na ku TV mangihlele sitting room. Ngihlekise nje ukuthi unama jokes, crack ama jokes. Ukumbona namhlanje ekhuluma engibongisa naye.
Ah, beautiful.
Ngiyabonga inkosi imbusise.
Ake ngiyanibonga ke Mam Nomathemba, all the best. I'm just asking for God to continue to bless not only you and Ubusisani but the entire family as a unit, because it's essentially stories like this that motivate the rest of us. Nihambeni kahle. Siyabonga.
Siyabonga Balisa. Thank you.
Hi, Mzansi. Who knows? If you give love, you might be receiving love, just like Umam Nomatemb. Stand a chance to win Mula, mobile phones, and many more M prizes with Super M. Pick your M prize on your favorite Super M pack. Dial *120 *7837 hash and follow the prompts. The M you pick is the M you could win. All you need is M. Super M Gap Filler. It's a hashtag all you need is M kind of Monday and the perfect time for a gap filler. If you're feeling like a winner this Super M Monday, then all you have to do is simply buy your favorite Super M promo pack. Dial *120 *7837 hash and follow the prompts for your chance to win awesome M prizes from mobile phones, Dumi, to Mula, music, meals, movies, and so much more.
Well, Balisa, speaking about winning, last week we viewed some of your hashtag M challenges, and today we have some winners to announce of those awesome Super hampers. Our first winner, Balisa, is Catalina Mercer from Durban, and this was her hashtag all you need is M challenge entry.
Hi, I'm Cotlin Mercer from Durban. I've just done the hashtag all you need is M challenge. My challenge was to make a sentence using all M's, and my sentence was, my monstrous milkshake makes me merry. Now I challenge you.
Congratulations to our first winner, but our next winner is Iris Katz, all the way from Hartwater, and here's her entry.
Hi, my name is Iris and I'm from Bonita Park, and my hashtag all you need is M sentence was, my mother met my mates mostly Mondays, and now I challenge you.
Congratulations! And our final winner is Sanisha Singh from Pretoria. Let's take a look.
Hi there, my name is Sanasha Singh. I'm from Gauteng, and my all you need is M sentence was, Mom's milkshakes make my mornings, and now I challenge you.
I love the fact that our last winner had a prop in hand as well, matching our darling Super M's. Well, salute and congratulations to all of our winners for those awesome Super M hampers. Winning is as easy as that with Super M. Remember, there are many more M prizes to be won, like Mula Dumi, mobile phones, movie vouchers, and much more. With the Super M All You Need Is M competition. Now, there are 7 different M prizes to win by simply purchasing the Super M promo pack with the M prize you want to win. Enter by dialing *120 *7837 hash and follow the prompts. The M you pick is the M prize you could win, and more, of course, if you enter. And the more chances you enter, the more chances you have of winning. So go on and find your M with Super M, because hashtag all you need is M. Stand a chance to win Mula, mobile phones, and many more M prizes with Super M. Pick your M prize on your favorite Super M pack. Dial *120 *7837 hash and follow the prompts. The M you pick is the M you could win. All you need is M. Super M Gap Filler.
Express yourself.
The effects of COVID-19 has certainly left a wake of destruction in its path. And with the hit of the second wave, it certainly seems to be closer to home than ever. We chat to infectious disease specialist Dr. Emil Reed on his own personal experience with COVID-19 and what he learned beating the virus. We also have Nicole Austin joining me in the loft again today as the health correspondent. It's great to see you again, girl, and we're even matching.
I know. Did we get the memo or did we get the memo?
I know, but this is what it's all about, you know, bouncing back and forth ideas, especially when it comes to COVID-19. Now is the time. Second wave has hit, so let's get educated.
Absolutely. I think green is indicative of health and life, and certainly no one could celebrate that more than Dr. Emil Reed.
Absolutely. And speaking about Dr. Emil, I mean, welcome back to the show. We often have you on the show sharing your own knowledge on disease and COVID-19. And now recently, you were unfortunately a victim of COVID. So tell us about your own personal experience.
Thank you very much, Belisa. I think the most important thing, like many other families around the world, me and my family have also been affected by this horrible and terrible disease. Myself, having chronic underlying illnesses and taking immunosuppressive treatment, this illness nailed me to the bed. The experience was scary and not really what I was used to, being in the bed and not beside the bed. During the initial few days, my wife Fatima cared for me until my oxygen level started to drop and I became extremely short of breath at that moment in time. I was lucky to be surrounded by amazing friends who treated me and managed my complications. The physical impact was huge, but the psychological impact was even worse. I developed severe anxiety, struggled to sleep, and I was unsure whether I'll be able to get back into my working environment again, and that is to care for the sickest of the sick. I seek psychological help to assist me to heal emotionally before I could return back to the front line.
Well, Doctor, I can attest to that. I have had COVID myself and had it inside my home. And I think being a medical professional, you have this logical approach, but then you also have this fear and anxiety associated with COVID-19. How do you balance that? And how does this affect your living environment with your family?
Well, it was a horrible time, Nicole, as you can imagine. And because we are a close-knit family, and I mean myself being a warm individual, loving to hug people, etc., it had a massive impact on my life. We unfortunately had to rearrange the household and the functions at home, and we were quite strict with regarding the specific system we put in place in order to prevent transmission of this horrible virus. So quite scary experience, and always worried about the fact that I can actually contract the bug myself and take it to my family at home. Fortunately, both my wife and my kids was asymptomatic and also tested negative for SARS-CoV-2.
Now I'm very curious to find out, you know, as medical professionals, both of you, I mean, Nicole as a pharmacist and yourself, doctor, how you both then dealt with COVID-19. How did you focus on healing, beating the virus, and have you experienced any post-COVID symptoms?
Indeed, Belisa, for me, the most important thing was to apply the mitigation strategies in order for us to prevent further transmission. And the most important thing was to carry on, to stay active, to mobilize, to make sure that I do not develop any signs or symptoms of blood clots, because as we know, COVID-19 can induce hypercoagulability, meaning that your blood becomes thick. You can develop blood clots to the lungs, to the brain, and also in your calves. So I needed to stay active. Because of your smell, your taste, and your appetite being poor, you actually don't feel like eating. I had to continue eating, and my main source, for instance, of nutrition were smoothies, low sugar, low carbs, but in all likelihood, getting all the nutrition through ginger, through garlic, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, selenium, as far as possible. And the one thing that pulled me through and carried me through this whole ordeal was the constant reminder of my young family, my wife, my kids, and also my patients, expecting my return and expecting me to be back in order to assist them. Even after I was released and came back to work, I still battled with post-COVID symptoms, which took round about 3 months to completely go away. Niggling headaches, shortness of breath intermittently, chest pain, and joint aches. So the so-called long COVID is an absolute reality.
Yeah.
Well, Doc, I don't think people actually realize, how close you came and how you had to fight for your life. I certainly didn't have it that bad, and I learned to become more self-aware. But this virus takes you into a place of such fear, and that makes people selfish. And I think certainly to see your attitude is inspiring, that you want to focus on your patients and you want people to focus on not making other people sick. So what are any of your other personal do's and don'ts that you could share with us?
Nicole, I think the most important thing for me is to take this illness seriously. It happens to all of us. Never think that you and your family are immune to COVID-19. Never rest on your laurels that you've been doing everything that is expected of you and that you did everything to protect yourself. Rather be paranoid than to be blasé or relaxed about it, because it's not just about you as an individual, it's also about those people that are at high risk to die and those people that are at high risk to develop complications, like our parents and our grandparents. COVID-19 doesn't care who or what you are or even what your age is. The important thing is follow the science and listen to the scientists. And not everybody on social media knows what they're talking about. So stick to the science. Mask up, physical distance, sanitize, and probably number 4 for me, get vaccinated at the first opportunity you can. Because I believe that is the only way out of this pandemic for all of us.
A crucial conversation that we're having here today. Thank you so much, Doctor, and of course to you, Nicole, for not only sharing your personal experiences, but also as people within the medical fraternity, helping us understand how you survived. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Now, do you have a survival story? Then we want to hear from you. Share your survival story with us, from surviving a failed parachute to escaping a lion attack. We want to hear your story. Immuenza is giving away 5,000 Rand a week for 5 weeks. All you have to do is reply to the Immuenza competition post on the Afternoon Express Facebook page or Twitter page and tell us your survival story and what protected you. Using that hashtag Immuenza, competition closes on the 24th of February 2021 at midnight, and terms and conditions can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. Support your immune system for your next big adventure with Immuenza. Now, Mzansi, we are definitely shaking away those Monday blues because I'm so excited. Coming up, we have got our very first week 1 winner of the Immuenza competition. That's right, the magic number is 5, so we are giving away 5,000 Rand for 5 weeks. And of course, coming up, we've got that very first winner, so we're definitely looking forward to that. And then we touch base once again with our mother-son duo for our last performance of the day. Help support your immune system for your next big adventure with Immuenza.
Express yourself.
welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, it's finally that time where we find out who the lucky winner is of the Immuwenza competition. Now, each week, Immuwenza is giving away 5,000 Rand cash for 5 weeks.
Let's not wait another second. Are you ready?
I'm so ready and I'm so excited. Finally, we've got our first winner on the line.
The first winner of 5,000 Rand. Drum roll, please. And the winner is... Woo! Leo Nazarene.
Woo! Congratulations, Leo, on being this week's winner of the Immuwenza competition. How do you feel?
Hi, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
How do you feel? Are you excited? I mean, 5,000 Rand's a lot of money.
A lot.
Yes, I am.
Tell us, Leo, your survival story was quite emotional. For those tuning in now, can you tell us your survival story and literally what got you through it?
Okay, so I was diagnosed 3 years ago with Cushing's disease. And by the time my doctors had found out about it, it was the size of a golf ball. So I was then rushed for an emergency operation, brain operation. And I remember going into theater, being so excited because finally, you know, I've been diagnosed and like I know now what is the problem and the issue. And I went into theater, kissing my kids goodbye. And so I came out of theater and the operation was successful. I remember getting up and then seeing my mom and my sisters. They had flown from Durban. They actually surprised me. And my fiance, he had flown from Saudi. And everything was fine. And then that evening, I remember just seeing the nurses in front of me because I couldn't breathe. And so like I was trying to scream for them, you know, and then everything just went like dark. And in my head, I knew like there was something not right, you know, not like right with me. And I kept praying and all I could see was my kids because then my kids were so, you know, so small. And I remember just praying and saying, you know, Lord, this just can't be the last time that my kids see me going into theater. And then all of a sudden I could hear echoes and noises and people pulling on me. And sorry, man, this thing makes me very emotional. So when I got up, I was on the oxygen machine, and all I could see was oxygen being pushed down into my body. And the doctor was there with the heart machine on me and stuff. And the nurses looked at me and said, "Don't you ever do that again to me." And I was like so in shock, I couldn't talk or anything.
Wow.
And so they told me like I went into cardiac arrest and stuff like that. And I was just thankful, you know, to be there and still be alive. And I knew like God had given me maybe that second chance to tell my story, you know what I'm trying to say?
Definitely.
And then I went for physio because they realized that my lungs had filled up with water and fluid, and I had to do physio every day because I couldn't walk. And every day they had to drain the fluids out of my lungs and stuff. I think that was the most painful experience.
Leo, whoa, girl. It just seems like you've truly been through the absolute most here. But I also love the fact that, you know, being able to talk us through your journey from start to finish truly does put us in your shoes. And thank you so much for your bravery, your courage, and being the survivor that you are, sharing your story with us because, girl, you're walking away with 5,000 Rand.
Whoop, whoop. Well done, survivor.
Congratulations. Now, Mzansi, do you have a survival story? Then we want to hear from you. Please do share your survival story with us. From surviving a failed parachute to escaping a lion attack or, of course, any kind of medical headaches and hurdles, just like Leo. We want to hear your story. Immuwenza is giving away 5,000 Rand a week for 5 weeks. All you have to do is to reply to the Immuwenza competition post on the Facebook page, on the Afternoon Express Facebook or Twitter page, and tell us your survival story and what protected you using that hashtag Immuwenza. Competition closes on the 24th of February 2021 at midnight, and terms and conditions can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. Help support your immune system for your next big adventure with Immuwenza.
Wow. Thank you.
Maddie and Ashur, I mean, I'm so ready for this next performance. During sound check, I was getting ready, excited. And this is how we're going to be closing out the show. Please take it away. I'm looking forward to your rendition of A Magical Carpet Ride. Take it away.
shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways and under, on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming.
A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
I'm in a whole new world with you.
Unbelievable skies, indescribable feelings, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond skies. A whole new world, 100,000 things to see. I'm like a shooting star, I've come so far, I can't go back to where I used to be.
With new horizons to pursue, I'll trace them anywhere. There's time to spare.
Let me share this whole new world with you.
Every love story is beautiful. Celebrate the month of love with your family favorites. Made with Love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.
Every moment, red letter,
I'll trace them anywhere. There's time to spare. Anywhere, there's time to spare.
let me share this whole new world with you. A whole new world,
A whole new world.
that's where we'll be.
That's where we'll be.
A thrilling chance
For you and me.
Thank you so much to everyone on YouTube. Goodbye.